Scores of trucks have been parked at the Lego border post on Ugandan territory for 5 days now. The drivers laid down their tools in the aftermath of the killing of at least 5 truckers by the militia operating in South Sudan. Altogether, more than 10 people have been killed in the past few weeks. Anticipation was high that the trucks would return to the road this morning, with the agreement being that the Juba government would provide escort convoys.
I talked to the minister this morning and he assured me that the troops will be border by this morning, 10 o'clock, to start the exercise of taking our people, escorting our people to Juba.
The issue of drivers being attacked on the road is not good. We are going to provide them permanent escort, going and back.
The plan is for the escort convoys to operate along the border routes from Uganda to Juba, although transporters sometimes go as far as Torit, which is 130 kilometers from the capital. NTV asked Oriem about the time frame the South Sudan government plans to have the escorts in place.
Is this a one-off exercise or it is going to happen for some time?
And a continuous exercise, I've asked them that we need a continuous exercise, that exercise until such a time that those who have been attacking our traders, those forces who have been operating the area have been identified, destroyed, and that the people can then be able to travel safely along that route.
In a turn of events, the cargo trucks will remain parked for longer after the drivers and owners demanded the intervention of the top organ of the East African community.
The head officers to come for this agreement before we resume on our normal operation.
The drivers accuse the South Sudanese escorts of turning around to rob them.
Come to try to get a resolution to this matter for a few weeks, and again the killings comes back again.
A meeting between the truckers and security delegations from Uganda and South Sudan was held in Elegu this morning. Uganda's team was headed by the Amuru Resident District Commissioner Osborn Ocheng, and South Sudan's was led by the Commissioner for Customs.
They only have one thing which will need government to respond properly on issues of compensation.
An estimated 200 trucks loaded with cargo cross Elegu border to Juba daily. The decision by the truckers to lay down their tools has a direct effect on the taxman.
We export an average of about 11 billions per month to South Sudan. So the impact is so heavy in terms of revenue collection.
A lot of people, they are there, they are sitting, they are crying, they don't have money for eating food.
We are suffering. We will stay here because money to going to finish. There's nobody that will go to add that money. What I've given you is mileage only.
South Sudan, the world's youngest country, was thrown into renewed armed conflict in 2013 after forces loyal to President Salva Kiir and his then Vice President Dr. Riek Machar clashed in what was said to be an attempted coup. This came 2 years after it gained independence. A peace accord between the warring factions is threatened by inadequate funding, and Dr. Arthur Bainomugisha, who participated in brokering the deal, says it is the reason why a host of militias have sprung across the country except in Juba.
There is a food insecurity crisis in South Sudan. There is biting poverty, but you also have so many militias by attacking humanitarian workers, aid agencies, and of course traders for their own survival to keep their militias moving.
An estimated 1 million people have been displaced and now live in refugee camps in Uganda, Kenya, and Ethiopia. Jackson Onyango, NTV.